if you don't read the state constitutions, and not just the current one in 1963, you need to understand the continuity of law.
Right.
You literally should start with the Magna Carta and read it. It's an interesting document. It's a very long document, but it was imposed upon the king by his own citizenship. Because what they saw the king doing by the time of the evil Prince John, who was the king who succeeded Richard the Lionheart, who was the king supported by good old Robin Hood, who's now Russell Crowe in the theaters coming near you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But the point being is the government under Prince John, who became King John, was out of control.
Mm-hmm.
And the landowners, who were the barons, the lowest level of feudalism is a baron, they wanted control of their own property again because the king was arbitrarily and capriciously telling them how to live. And they said, look, you shall sign this Magna Carta and we'll let you live another day, which he did under the oak tree at Runningmead on June 12th of 1215. And he appended his royal signature to the Magna Carta. And it limited the governmental reach. And if you read the history of Magna Carta forward, it brings you up to the Cromwellian usurpation of the king, who literally took his head off under Cromwell's authority. They beheaded, I got to think, James I? No, Charles I. He beheaded Charles I.
Okay.
Because Charles I was, again, trying to superimpose government by binding statutory legislation upon the liberty of Englishmen. The result was a civil war, a very bloody civil war. Well, after Cromwell's death and after his son gave up the protectorate, they brought in, I got to think again, Charles II, who was the son of Charles I. And Charles II, slowly but surely, again tried to control Parliament, tried to control citizenry by using statutory law to bind their rights. And upon his demise, they brought in James II. Well, James II lost the throne under the Glorious Revolution of 1687-88, where they brought William of Orange over from the free lands of the Netherlands and said, look, we'll make you the king because we like a monarchy, but you have to subscribe to the 1688 Bill of Rights. And if you read the English 1688 Bill of Rights and look at the original 10 Bill of Rights appended to the Federal Constitution by 1791 in December, you'll see a very large similarity, which was the restriction of government. Now, I'll give President Obama credit. He understands that the Constitution, the federal Constitution, is a statute of negative liberties. It limits federal government.
Supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. And the state Constitution is supposed to limit the state government. But the progressive politicians that literally overthrew the federal and state constitutions starting under Theodore Roosevelt realized they couldn't amend the Constitution at the federal level easily. Mm-hmm. And as you see, they always amend the state constitution every election by creating a dichotomy of a language that nobody understands.
Yeah.
And people vote for the wrong things. But then again, some good things come about. But if you don't understand the language, how do you know what you're voting for is fact or fiction?